As son, you're always trying to impress your father. He was known to be a great running back, extremely fast on the field, so he had like a reputation. He was a boxer, and he was known to be a great athlete. He was Athlete of the Week. If you ever make Athlete of the Week, you get this bronze kind of plaque in your name, memorializing the fact that you made Athlete of the Week, which is kind of hard in Bergen County, New Jersey, where you have a lot of great athletes come out of. So, every time I pass through the hallway, you see that up there. I had to try to live up to that.
He was the father who would be at every sporting event for me. By day, he's fighting criminals. At night, he's home playing in the backyard catch with me.
Courtney. Hey.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, a new wallet. Oh, let's see if there's any money in there.
Don't get carried away.
I was told he was going to ask me out. And he did. And we were in 9th grade. And I told my girlfriend, that's the boy I'm going to marry. I fell in love with him because he always opened the door, shut the door. Everything you could ask for in a gentleman. And that's what he treated me like a lady.
Jessica.
He was very hands-on. When he was there, when we knew he was there, he was at our games, cheering, in the stands, coaching us, yelling at us because we did something wrong and, what we needed to do to correct it.
When he was in Yemen, I had a father-daughter dance. I didn't think he was going to come. However, he made sure he was there in time. No sleep, the longest flight of his life, and we had an amazing night. He danced all night with me. We brought my sister Tara, so I wasn't the only one without my dad there.
I believe the first day I met Lenny was at a bank robbery. I'm waiting in front of the bank, and I see a guy pull up in a truck and get out of the car and just kind of walk across 42nd Street. And it looked to me like he was a cowboy from Texas. He didn't walk like a guy from New York. And I said, this guy's a little bit different.
My father was dedicated. He was dedicated to his job. He was dedicated to his family as a husband and a father. He was dedicated to the fire department as a volunteer firefighter.
I remember one time Lenny was so wrapped up in a case that he stopped right away and says, I've got to call Joanne. He says, it's our anniversary. So he comes back after he calls Joanne and he's just shaking his head. I gotta go. He says, no, well, it's not our anniversary. He was just so wrapped up in it, he lost track of time, and it was just, he called himself a dumbass. He goes, geez, I thought it was my anniversary. So that was Lenny.
The night before, we were going to bed, and Lenny just kept saying how much he loved me, and which he always told me, and how much he could not have done if I wasn't there for him. And it was different. The tone was different. It was just different than all the other times, to the point where I was like, okay, what's going on? I said, who is she? Jokingly. And he goes, no. He goes, I just want you to know how much I love you and that I couldn't have done anything I have done without you.
Yeah, I actually was on the phone with an agent from the squad who had just retired, and he was at one of the buildings, within eyesight of the Trade Center. And during that conversation, we could actually feel some vibration, if you will, and we both said, "What the heck was that? Did you feel or hear that?" And he goes, "Yeah, hold on a second." And he says he's looking out the window, and he said, "It looks like there's a ticker tape parade going on." I says, "What are you talking about?" And it was at that point then that we started to hear something about a plane striking the tower. And at about the same time, Lenny on the radio saying that he's on his way, down the West Side Highway coming into work, and he can see smoke coming from one of the towers, and he was going to go down to take a look to see exactly what was going on.
The question was, during the course of the day, where are our guys? Where are our people? And are they okay? He had maintained very good radio communications relative to the situation. You do see him talking on the radio, on the French filmmaker's video. One of the things that stood out for me was I had never seen a look on his face like that before, and it wasn't fear, it was concern. The look of his face was, this is bad, and we've got to get going. And as the triage team there dispersed this group of firefighters, I guess, to see what type of rescue could be facilitated, he went with them.
Zebra Gas, Zebra 24. Tommy, this is Lenny. Just tell everybody I'm okay, all right? I came on down off the roof. Copy? You need to get a hold of Jerry in the command post, the office command post, let him know exactly where you are. 10-4, do me a favor, I got no pen and paper. Down 904, and 904, second plane hit the side of the building, appeared to be a 2-engine jet, copy? Alright, 10-4. Even Death, Zebra 24. Yeah, Johnny. Lenny, give me your exact location so I can give it to Jerry. 10-4, I'm on one of the floors right now in the World Trade Center helping the fire department evacuating people, copy. Where in the World Trade Center? They want to know exactly where you are. I'm on one of the floors, and I have to find out. Do you want to try to go downstairs and call? Because I can't get out on the next cell. Stand by. We'll relay that you're in the Trade Center, helping the fire department out. 10-4.
He was alone, you know? He was alone, and we all felt that. And we knew he wouldn't extract himself from the situation, and we couldn't get to him. What he did that day was he said, I have a wife and children that could be in here, and I would expect people like us to try to help them. He didn't have to be there, but I think for sure he stayed there to try to save as many lives as he possibly could on a day where he knew we had lost. The fight was over. Now it's a question of how many people are going to die and how many people can we help. And that's what he did.
Zebra 24 from the Zebra 19. 24 from Zebra 19. Zebra 24 from Zebra 19. Zebra 24 from Zebra 19.
I call my boss. He goes, Pat, bank robber doesn't know where Lenny is. And he said they put him down there. And my first thought was, it doesn't surprise me, to be quite frank with you. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't expect this. I can see him at the light, you know, that we would turn off on. That's where he would want to be.
My mom had told me, she's like, they can't find your dad.
There's just no call. I mean, eventually I had a realization that after no call, yeah, you're busy, but at some point you're gonna give a call to your wife, let her know you're okay. That call never came, and so, you know, by 11 o'clock, 11 p.m., I pretty much had a realization that, you know, that he was in the tower and that he wasn't coming home.
In Ridgefield Park, Marines, FBI agents, and volunteer firefighters bid farewell to one of their own, FBI agent and father of 4, Lenny Hatton.
It's a tragic loss to the town, to our department. We're going to miss him.
An emotional FBI director, Robert Mueller, offered something else to the families after attending Lenny Hatton's funeral.
Those who are responsible for it will see justice.
It was almost empowering to see how one person can have such a ripple effect. And my father died doing what he loved, and not many people can do that.
We lost our father, but there's children who, mom, father, grandparents, they're still living because of my dad. They can. Sorry. They can go to their games, proms, all that.
I miss my friend. I miss my husband. He was my life. He was my soulmate. He was my everything. Through such tragedy, so much good can come out of it. And I count my blessings. The FBI has done far beyond anything I could ever imagine. Their loyalty, their love. I mean, they just surrounded us and put us in their arms, and they haven't let go.
The FBI, just the entire FBI family, they were just such a big support system. I remember every Friday night them coming over, hanging out with us, making sure everyone was okay.
Many people don't. They don't have that support system. They don't have that extra person to lean on and ask for help. And we had that, and we were very blessed to have that.
The FBI Agent Association, they helped my mom. They made her know that they'll be her backbone if need be, that she wasn't alone, a widow of 4 kids. If she, when she's down, there was always someone behind her helping us or, letting us know that we're gonna be okay.
The FBI Agents Association was founded with a very simple yet important mission, and that was for agents to help other agents and their families in times of need. Thanks to the hard work of many and the contributions of our sponsors and individuals, we have been able to provide college education to the children of deceased agents and financial relief through our members' assistance funds to agents and their families in times of need. We are solemnly dedicated to ensure that this legacy continues and that we will always wrap our arms around each other in the FBI family in times of need.
I do think about, if I'm ever in a similar situation, and I would do exactly the same thing. I don't think you're thinking about your life. I think you're thinking about, doing what you've been trained to do. You don't run from it. You just meet it head on, and like he did, you go down fighting, and that's exactly what I would do.
I live my life through my children and through my grandchildren. And through them, I'm living life with him. Because there's so much like him.